What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. I'm glad to have you here, and in this video I'm going to talk about realistic returns in Forex trading. So I'm going to be talking to traders that want to get into trading, beginner traders, and retail traders. So traders like you and me that are trading from the comfort of our own home, whether you want to make a bit of extra income on the side, you have a full-time job, or you eventually want to transition into full-time trading. What numbers should you be looking at per month, per quarter, per year as a percentage or a goal to work towards? In the beginning of my Forex journey, I always focus on the monetary value. $100, $1,000, what did I want to make? Now, that is kind of subjective to a lot of traders. And for me, it was a bit damaging because if I didn't meet that goal, I kind of punished myself and I felt like I wasn't doing a good job or I wasn't a good trader. When I started to shift it to percentages, it totally changed my perspective and mindset on trading. And especially when taking losses, taking a 1% loss on a $100,000 account sounds better than taking a $1,000 loss. When you start to attach emotions to money, things can get a little bit sour. So try and focus on percentage. So what exactly should you be aiming towards? Now, before everyone jumps at me at this video saying that's not enough, you can earn more. Yes, trading is uncapped earnings potential. But as a trader, if you're doing it right and you aren't over trading, you aren't over leveraging, and you're using correct risk management, which you all should be doing, and placing stop losses, I recommend, or what I've seen is in between 2 and 4% per month. Now, before you scream at me and say, I only have a $1,000 account, 2% per month is only $20. That's the realistic truth of trading. Yes, if you have a $1,000 account, you can make upwards of $100, even $1,000, but you're going to be using 500 to 1 leverage, and you're going to be risking more than 50% of your account on any given trade. And that is a very quick way to blow your account, and it's going to take you a longer time to get where you want to be, especially if you want to trade full time or replace your income. I don't want you to freak out just yet saying, I don't have the capital to trade. There are so many ways to get funded nowadays using funded trading programs such as FTMO, Traders for Traders, Funding Talent. There are so many out there, and they all give you guys access to large capital to make your dreams work, which is awesome. And that's another topic for another video. So let's jump onto a compound interest calculator, and let me throw some figures and give you guys some realistic goals and expectations going forward. So here we have a simple compound interest calculator. Now, I'm going to just start off with $10,000. And like we said, we're going to go from 2 to 4% per year. Let's go in the middle and say 3%. So if we're working off 3% per year, and you got to remember, this is if everything goes smoothly, you don't have a losing month or going to a drawdown. You are consistently trading, you're not going on holidays, or you can't get to the desk for whatever reason. You're looking at 36% per year on your trading account. So let's just run with those figures. Perfect world scenario. You have $10,000. Your interest is 3%. So you're making 3% returns on your trading account on $10,000. And let's say you do this for, let's say 3 years. All right. You compound it monthly. So every month you'll be compounding it, and you're not depositing or withdrawing the money. You are strictly, let's say you're working full time, you got other sources of income, you got $10,000, you are now a profitable trader, consistently profitable, you have a system down pack, you have everything, all the kind of ingredients you need to be a professional, consistently profitable Forex trader. And $10,000, 3% per month, compounded yearly over 3 years. What exactly does that give us? Your effective annual rate would be 36% per year because you're making 3% per month, and your future investment would be $25,000. So a total of $15,000 earned over a period of 3 years. Now, that doesn't seem like a lot of money. And once again, don't focus on the monetary figure. Don't focus on that $15,154. Focus on the percentage. Because once again, this is all relative to everyone's situation. What if you had $50,000 to trade with? Over a period of 3 years, you have now had a $75,000 gain. So your total investment, future investment would be $125,000. Once again, still the same trading results, still trading the same system, doing the exact same routine, just with a larger amount of capital. Once again, what if you had 100,000? At the exact same principle, same trading system. $251,000 would be your future investment value. Total returns would be $151,545,000 based off only 3% per month. Now, with the AceFX systems, you know, the risk to reward are 2R plus, which means if you risk $10, you are easily getting $20 out of those trades. And that's how most trading systems should be aligned, with risk to reward in your favor, 1.5 minimum. So after doing those calculations, you gotta remember, it's not all about the monetary figure. If your system can perform 3% per month, that is easily 1 or 2 good trades per month, where you can make your 36% per year. You are classified as a very good trader. Now, of course, there are other things that come into play. Of course, you can do 10+% months. It is very possible, depending on your system, your personality, your trader style, and your risk appetite. It is very much possible. You got to remember, if you do go down the route and get funded, you're going to have some limitations in how much you can draw down that account, how much you can risk, and how much you can lose. If you had personal balance, if you had $100,000 in your pocket that you were freely allowed to speculate and trade with, then you don't really have limitations. Once again, that doesn't mean go, put 50% on one trade. Yes, the payoff would be amazing, but you could blow the account and lose it. And that would be devastating. So don't do that. So let me bring you to some real world scenarios now. So let's jump onto the interest calculator and let's play around with some figures. And let's say you are working full time, you have cash buffers, no debt, and you want to go full-time trading to leave your job. So this scenario is what a lot of people want to do. Once again, people love their job. People just want to bring in extra money on the side, which is probably the best way to go about trading Forex, especially if you're a beginner. The last thing you want to do is chuck yourself in the deep end, quit your job, no funding capital, no profitable system, and make it work. It's very stressful. I kind of been there in the early stages, like you had a knowledge behind me. But once again, you can go watch my other videos on my trading journey of how I made it work. So for this example, we're gonna go with $100,000 capital. Getting funded is, I'm not gonna say more easier than it ever has been, but I'm gonna say it's more simpler than it ever has been, because there are so many prop firms, online prop firms, that are willing to give you capital if you can prove to them you can make 10%, which is the going rate. If you can make 10% in a certain amount of time, following their risk management rules, they will give you $100,000 capital plus. FTMO, I believe, do $200,000 now, which is awesome. And obviously, I think it's a 70-30 split. So you get 70% profits, FTMO, you get 30%. So let's run with $100,000, 3% per month over the years. And if we calculate that, which we did before, it's a $151,000 return. Now let's bring this down to 1 year. So your total return would be $36,000. Now, for some people that may be enough, but you also got to factor in fees and your profit split. So if you minus 70% profit split of 36,000, you'd be left with $25,200 left in your bank that you pocket after the profit split with FTMO, for example. Now, $25,000 if you're working full time on the side isn't bad for extra income per year. So now let's just jump those numbers up to, instead of 3%, let's make it 4%. So let's say you had a really good year. Let's say your system performs very well and your average is 4% per month. That is now $48,000 you are bringing in extra per year, minus your 70% split with FTMO or whatever funding trader you go with. You now have $33,600 in your pocket. Now, of course, you guys probably want to be earning a lot more than that. You probably want to be earning $48,000 per month. And guess what? I love that. I love the ambition. I love the goals. And I think everyone should have those, strive for that type of figure. Now, how exactly do you grow it? How exactly do you get more capital? Well, once again, you can have multiple FTMO accounts. You can get funded with other companies and stack them together. It's what I do. And it's currently what I'm working on with my personal account, Traders for Traders. Still going through the practical assessment. I will do an update on that for you guys soon. And you can get multiple different funding companies, and you can use a trade copier, and you can copy exactly what you do on your main account to all these other MT4 platforms, terminals, and they execute the same trades. So essentially, you're not limited to one prop firm. So let's bring this up to, let's say 500,000. And we'll keep it at 4% on 1 year. Over 1 year, you're gonna have a $240,000 gain. Once again, let's just say it's a 70% split, $168,000 goes into your pocket. All right, so there are other things that come into play as well, like taxes, for example, but for this example, let's just follow on with $168,000 after the 70-30 split. So with that in mind, you obviously want to live off your trading at this point. So what can you do? You've been funded up to $500,000 trading capital. You have a system that generates roughly 4% per year. Once again, you're gonna have maybe 1 or 2 losing months in there as well. So let's just focus on the figures in front of us, $168,000. Let's say you want to start withdrawing money. Let's say $4,000 a month covers your living expenses. So your rent, eating, bills, utilities, insurances, everything like that. So taking that into account, you can see that your total monthly withdrawals calculates over the year to $48,000. So you are taking out $4,000 every month and your account is still growing. Now that is the key. You don't want to be taking 100% of your profits. You want it to compound a little bit. Because if you can compound that account, that's when things start to get really interesting. Now let's say you're with FTMO for, let's say 3 years, compounding that account. I'm not sure, just a quick disclaimer, I'm not sure if you can compound accounts with FTMO, but for this example, let's just say you can. And over a 3-year period, you can see that trading capital really start to increase. Even while taking $4,000 of your own trading capital to pay for your living expenses, you can now see that the account will still compound over $1 million. And at that point, let's say you go 4 years and you want to start taking maybe $6,000 monthly because your living expenses have gone up, you bought a new car, whatever, you can see you can still compound and generate trading capital while living off it. So as you can see with the figures we have done, we have kept the 3 to 4% per month steady. The only thing that's changed is the trading capital we have access to. So at the end of the day, what does this mean? It means if you can focus in on the skill and the craft of becoming a profitable trader, consistently profitable trader, and you have a systematic approach, you have a system returning, once again, between 2 to 4% per month, all that you need to do is generate capital. Whether you want to do personal capital, selling everything you own if you can prove to yourself, or getting rid of unnecessary items in the house, working, getting an extra job. Once again, don't feel bad for doing that. It's a very humble decision. You're working on yourself and your future. So don't feel bad if you need to get, or you want to get an extra job to fund your trading account. If you want to cut down on some of your expenses, your living expenses, so you can fund more personal capital, once again, do it. Do whatever you can to build up your personal trading capital. Only if you can prove to yourself that you are a consistently profitable trader, you have the skill to do what it takes. Once again, with all the knowledge resources out there, being a retail trader is becoming a more attainable goal, especially if you have the drive and the motivation and focus to do the work required. And then on top of all that, you can simply go and get funded with one of these online prop firms, which is making it very easy for retail traders like you and me to get large amounts of capital and really make this dream work. So I really hope you guys got some value out of this video. If you did, smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit that bell icon so you get notified for any future content I put out. Once again, if you've sat through this video until the end, I appreciate you being here, and I'll see you in the next video.